Boxing fans, Sean Zettel with theboxingvoice.com here with former two-division champion, one of the best welterweights in the sport, Jesse Vargas. Jesse, I'm going to ask you to put your analyst hat on. You've been doing that a lot very well lately. Canelo Chavez. At first, people thought it was a blowout when it was signed. Now more and more people are thinking it's a close fight. What side of the fence is Jesse Vargas on?
It is a close fight. It's a 50-50 fight, 50-50 shot. Anyone could take it. It's all about who prepares better, who has the desire to win, who could dig deep in the later rounds, who has a better game plan, who has a better team. It's just who wants it more. So definitely, it's going to be very interesting to see how each fighter prepared, if they both made weight, and if they're not deteriorated from making weight. You got a lot of factors that are being put into play, and it's going to be interesting to see. So tune in May 6th on HBO pay-per-view. If you speak Spanish, tune into the Spanish version, which is the SAP version. Just press on the SAP button, and it's going to be me. I'm going to be commentating next to my good friend Ricardo Celis, and we'll definitely be commentating ringside, letting you know what's going on, and it's going to be a good fight without a doubt.
Now, it would seem Chavez Jr. is more of the wild card in this fight. We kind of know what to expect from Canelo, so I want to ask you about Chavez. What kind of fight are you expecting from him? Do you think he's going to put pressure on Canelo? Why in the ring when it happens do you think Chavez is going to make it a real tough fight for Canelo, maybe even win?
Why? Because the guy has a desire to win. He wants to be like his father. He wants it that bad. But will he be able to keep that momentum going during the fight? Will he be able to keep that desire of not giving up? Of continuing pushing and pressing the fight, not getting tired, not fatiguing, staying active, throwing bunches of punches. So all that comes into play. It depends on the mindset, whether he's going to break or not mentally for both fighters, Canelo or Chavez, because Canelo might feel the punch and say, wow, this guy could really punch. He's much bigger than me. Then again, Chavez could say, well, I'm not hurting him. What can I do? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? So
is it going to be hard for Canelo to hurt him because he's so much bigger?
It is going to be harder for him to hurt him. Yeah, definitely.
Because like you said, Canelo will probably be feeling the size and the power of Chavez other way around. What do you think?
Exactly, you're right. So it's going to be harder for Canelo to hurt Chavez, and Chavez, he could possibly hurt or stun Canelo if he catches him with a good shot. But Canelo has good defense.
Right.
Canelo, he moves his head well. He comes in and out of distance. He knows how to find the inside. So, we really have to wait until that first bell rings, and then from then on, we'll have an idea of what's going on and what's going to happen in the later rounds. But like I said, I'll be the first one to let you know what's going on, so tune in to HBO pay-per-view in Spanish.
What do you think of the phrase too little too late when it applies to this fight? Because like you said, Chavez is probably very motivated, wants to prove a lot, but
it's never too late for a fighter. As long as they're not deteriorated when it comes to weight and when it comes to too many wars, and I don't think that Chavez has been there. I don't think he's old. He's still young. So that doesn't play a factor for both of them. They still they just gotta have the desire to win.
Now on Canelo's side, what do you
train well? Have the desire to win and train well. Stay dedicated to what they're doing.
Do you think Nacho can make an impact on Chavez in this short? Same kind of question. Too little, too late, or can he?
He could definitely make an impact. If it's anyone, it's him. Right. An older gentleman that doesn't really need to be there for you, and he expressed that to Chavez Jr. That I don't need to be here. I could leave. If you're not gonna listen to me, don't.
Was that a bad sign that he had to tell him that, or? Shit happens.
It's a good sign for him, because he has someone that's actually telling him, hey, you're going to do what I say, and you're going to do things right in order for you to win this fight. That might be why he doesn't want him to live to Vegas.
What are you expecting from Canelo on fight night?
I'm expecting a Canelo that's in great shape and that has the desire to win, that wants to win the fight, and he wants to give the fight fans a show. Well, more than anything, maybe not that part, that doesn't apply so much, but that he wants to win. And he prepared well for the fight, and that he's there to win.
Oscar De La Hoya, he's the promoter, of course, but he said he thinks it could be maybe even a Morales Barrera. Is that Oscar just promoting, or could you actually see that happening?
I could see that happening. They don't like each other. Right. They have a rivalry between both, and when you got that going on, such as Barrera and Morales had the same, you have a more entertaining fight because they dig deeper.
What does that mean when two guys don't like each other?
It means you're going to get a great fight, wherever it might be. Mexico, Vegas, You know, I mean, in the streets, you're gonna have a good fight.
Wouldn't it mean
Never stops. I mean, because you don't give up, because you don't want to lose to that person. Right. So if you normally gave up in the 5th round, since you don't like him, you say, nah, I'm gonna dig deeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's why.